Hi, this is Nick with Gennie Shifter, and I just wanted to go over a couple different changes that Gennie Shifter has made over the years to make their shifters better, and also how to make the change between the two. Gennie Shifter has gone from like this shifter here. The stick goes all the way from the knob all the way down through the roll pin, pivots on the roll pin, and goes all the way through down to the gate. So anyways, this stick goes down all the way through, pivots on the roll pin, and goes to the gate. Our new sticks have basically the bottom 4 inches of that stick in the shifter, and then this is the piece that's in the shifter. And then you choose your stick to go on top of that post, so it makes it. Okay, the 2-piece stick allows for a lot easier installation in the vehicle. You can imagine trying to get your transmission with this on it up into the hole for your shifter. And then also allows for you to be able to install the shift stick from above or from inside the cab and change it out at any time. So you could run a 12-inch stick for drivability, and then a super tall-inch stick tall stick when you get to the show, in case you wanted to show your knob off in the middle of your windshield. So a couple other things I want to go over quick is the shift gates. Our traditional old shift gate looks like this, and this is our new one. So you can see the old part is stamped. The new one has a bigger detent for reverse to kind of hold it in reverse. So a lot nicer part, a lot harder. The shifter itself also, you can see here that the brackets are now machined out of one billet piece, and you can see the side brackets are stamped in the old shifter and machined with the new shifter to give it really a nice look and make it a lot stronger and tougher. And same with the Delrin bushings. You can see that those are machined bushings. They hold up really, really well. And then all the parts on these, on the new shifter, are stainless. So that's the screws that go across, the arm, set screw, and also the set screw that pushes on the internal spring. So just to show you a couple differences there. But what I'd like to do today is to show you how to switch out from the old school stick to a new school stick. One problem that we run into with people switching from the old one-piece stick to the new stick is they will pull the roll pin out that comes through here, and then they'll try to pull their stick out, and they're going to be fighting the side detent spring that sets in this recess. Even on the old sticks, they have that recess. So you'll have a really hard time getting the stick out, and you'll ruin your spring. Yeah, so this kit includes a spring, stainless set screw, new roll pin, the anti-rattle button that goes in the bottom of the stick, and a roll pin retainer, which you shouldn't need that. The roll pins sit pretty tight. And this kit's available from Gennie Shifter. Part number kits 1019. Alright, first thing first here. Biggest mistake is to pull the roll pin and then try to pull your stick out, because you're going to be fighting your side detent spring. This spring sits into the stick slightly so that it doesn't deflect at the end. So we're going to pull these 2 9/16 nuts off. And then left my Allen wrench over. And then pull this set screw, which is pushing on the side detent spring. That's going to be hard to get at. So the spring's probably been pushed on for years in there, so you're going to need to get some type of pick, pull that spring out, and you're at step 1. Now, we made a special piece here to push roll pins. There's many ways to push roll pins through. This works pretty well. Okay, I'm sure a bigger press would be a little easier to get that done. Such that the spring is going to come in this side and set in that detent, right? And the spring pushes this piece up against the side of the T-tube, and that keeps it from rattling. Okay, and so hopefully boom. Roll pins in, we got our stick. Now going to our two-piece stick. So now that we've got the new two-piece stick in place, we're going to put the shifter back together, and I'm going to show you a couple adjustments you can make to our shifter, both the front to back adjustment and the side tension adjustment, like for to pull to the side to get out of park. Of course, when you have a really short stick, you have less leverage, so you might want to run it a little softer. But if you get into the longer sticks, you're going to want to run that a lot tighter to get to the side, and also to tighten up the front to back so that you don't have the shifter falling, say between first and second gear. So anyways, I'll show you putting the shifter back together here. So we're going to put the side detent spring in first, and then your set screw that pushes on the spring. We'll go about 3.5 turns. Or so. Grade 8 washer. So the tighter we run this set screw, the more it's going to push on the spring, and the more pressure you'd need to pull the stick to the side to get, say, out of park. So that's that adjustment, is the left to right there. And then the second major adjustment on our shifter is how tight you run this nut. The tighter you run this nut, the stiffer the shifter will be front to back. It squishes this part of the T-tube against these bushings. And so you want to go fairly snug with this to begin with. Okay, so this first nut is the other adjustment for our shifter. The tighter you run this nut, it'll tighten here to here. And it'll make the shifter stiffer front to back. So the first one is pushing on the spring. That's your side adjustment. Second is this nut. You want to go pretty snug with that, and probably the longer stick you're running, the tighter you want to run that. The second nut is just to hold that in place, and we typically put a little bit of blue Loctite on that just to keep it. And there you go. Now you can put this shifter back in the vehicle, attach whatever stick you want. Like we make our stainless from 4-inch to 24-inch. This is a 12-inch, and solid stainless steel sticks. We encourage you guys to call if anybody needs parts. We love to help you get your shifter fixed back together. We also offer, if you'd like to just send it in, and we can do all the adjustments to our specs and ship you the shifter back, usually within a couple days. So thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting our business.